G'day and welcome back to my series on No Man's Land, warts and all. So for those of you who noticed last time, I accidentally deleted my home. So abracadabra, alakazam, here it is, back again. Now, I did also make a bit of a mistake with my Velmet 88. Turns out, I can't find any front loaders for it. So it looks like I'm going to have to do a bit of shopping and get something new. So let's look at small tractors. Keep going. The Massey Ferguson 135. Does that do? Oh yes, it's got a front loader attacher. Yes, let's get that. Yep, 12 grand, that'll do. Now to go and get the front loader attacher. That is in here. Now, which one? Oh, yep, there it is. The systemic. I'll do that in black. And now to go back and try and find... You know what, I'm just going to get the standard pallet forks. For now, there they are. Little Miss G decided that she liked this olive green, so hence, that's why I've got it. Okay, so, now, Pharmacop and I have been talking, and thank you very much, Pharmacop. And he has suggested that I try and do this without either the map or the help menu. So here it goes. I'm going to do my best. Though that said, there's never any guarantees in my series, especially the fact that I'm a complete amateur and really don't know what I'm doing. So let's just pick these up like so. Okay, and put the verse on up over here. It's around it somewhere. But I'm just going to take... Oh, yeah, there it is. Going to grab the red means stop, so no more weeds. Sprayer. That's what I was trying to get at. And we'll pick up this pallet of this IBC of whatever it is that I've got here. I'll have to double check later what it is. Okay, so let's just take this down to, well, I won't call it a farm, it's more of a, at this stage. Now I have been doing some learning since I last saw you, and if I've managed to do it correctly, you should be seeing the subscribe button turning up right about now. Okay, let's just put this down here. Oh, drag it back a bit. Now, come on. Off you come. Come on. Come on. There we go. And just bring this up around over here next to green to go. Actually, I think it looks better next to the plough. Okay. Let's go on up to grab the seed. It's at this point here when I realise, I wish I had a back weight. Oh, let's struggle on through. Not very good at using pallet forks, so these here are just going to have to go in like so. Oh, Here it is. Whoa, there goes the back wheels. Bit of skiddage here. Okay, not too low. Maybe I need to bring it up a bit higher. Let's just get this down the hill. Okay, let's just drop these off right about here. Hey, at least that was easier to get off than the IBC. Okay. Now I think it's about time that we went and started a new field. Now the last time I was on here I told you about the rules that I was having for this game. What I didn't cover was what I'd hoped to get out of this series. Well, this is just generally going to be a learning from scratch. How to record, how to edit. Just generally my first ever series. Now, on that note, I'm going to start playing a field, and while I do so, I'm just going to do a bit of talking. So, I do plan on using just about everything of Alien Gyms here on this map. Don't know how successful it's going to be. Okay, so I'll just pull myself right out here, so as I can at least get a rough idea on how big to make this field. Yep, let's make a bit of a turn here. So, about me, a little bit more about me. The last time we spoke, I mentioned that I'm on the downhill run to 40. Something that I did leave out was I'm also a heart transplant recipient. It's been 17 years now. I was quite young when I had it. Now, just to preempt a few questions that I get asked all the time. No, I don't know the organ donor's family. Yes, I do take a lot of medication. About 57 tablets every single day. So yes, I do rattle a bit. I believe in organ donation because, well, obviously, I received one, and if there are any recipients out there, or even donors out there, please feel free to drop a comment. Let me know I'm not the only farming transplant patient or farming transplanter here. So, do I have any strange addictions? Well, I was 19 when I had my transplant done. Oops, I'll go back and get that. And yep, there we go. So I was 19 when I had my heart replaced. And so no, I hadn't taken drugs or anything like that by that time. So I've never really been the sort of person to try recreational drugs, and now, for lack of a better term, I take more drugs than most people that deserve to in their entire lives. How I was 19 when I had the transplant, and I choose to deal with things with humour. I know a lot of people in the transplant community, and we all have our own ways of dealing with things. Some use alcohol, unfortunately. Others others take psychiatry medication. I have to admit, there are times when I've needed to use that too. What else can I tell you? Any questions, feel free to ask. I will answer, either privately or if I think it's something that many people actually want to know, then I'll say it on here. So, something else that I have learnt since doing all this, something I have learnt offline is how to do a cutscene. Now, I'm about to do that, but before I do, I do also know how to do a time lapse. However, my computer is exceptionally jerky and it just doesn't like doing it for me. So I'm afraid a cutscene is the best that I'm going to be able to do for you guys. So I'm going to crack on and get this done, and I'll pull you back in when I'm almost finished. So yeah, for me it'll be about 10 to 15 minutes, probably even longer. For you, about hour. And there we have it, my first ever cutscene. Took me a lot longer than what I thought it would. So, I know I'd bring you in when the field was done, but I'll just finish off this corner. So, up over there, we've had a new arrival. Mostly I just wanted to waste some money, but I did bring in a garden centre that I'll give you a tour of in a few minutes. So, before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm going to tell you about the series that I'm about to start very soon, hopefully when I'm feeling more confident in my editing abilities. It is going to be a work of fiction. Some of it will run a little bit parallel to my real life, but it is going to be 99.99% fiction and almost no fact. I don't want to give away too much. I do, on the other hand, want to put out the offer to any of my subscribers or anyone listening or watching. If you want to be part of it, as in have a character created about you, someone that I can visit, or what have you, drop me a comment. I'm more than happy to include you. So, I'll just keep finishing up this last little bit. So, if you've made it this far, how are you guys coping with the coronavirus? Probably asked this last episode, but I'll admit, if I've admitted once, I'll admit twice. My memory is shocking. And that's that done. Just nip up here and get this last little bit done. And there we go. Alright, lift that up. And back to the grand old estate that we have there. Okay, and just so here we have just over there our new garden centre. Standardised garden centre by Alien Gym. Now, as I absolutely suck at placeables, especially one on top of the other, I'm going to put the cell point right about here. Just a standard cell point, but it also gives us a second place to sell things. Alrighty. Now I want to go and I think I want better start that up. Now, of course, trying to pick up my cedar and it's around the wrong way. That's just like me, isn't it? Oop, back in a little bit too hard. Once again, classic Gavino. Okay. Oops, that's right. I wanted to fertilise this field before I get over to it. Let me see. Okay, I'll just back up to this. And of course, look, I just really don't like my equipment. I'll just run it all over. Glad this isn't real life, otherwise I'd be awfully broke. Okay, let's hook up at the green man's go. Let's head on over and let's fertilise this field. This time I'll actually get the fertilising down, so you should be able to actually see what's happening. Just back up a little bit. And here I go. And aha, there's the button. It's the reason why I usually don't play without the menu on. Just pull out so as I know exactly how far I'm going. And of course, overspray as usual. But hey, better to have too much than not enough. Alrighty. So I'll just let the tractor do its... I'll just be quiet about now and just let you enjoy the sound of the tractor. Just thought that, another common question that people ask me about my heart is, do I feel any different? I'm actually going to say no. A lot of people, as I've probably already said, they have years of illness. So their bodies, they go downhill pretty slowly. In my case, the fact that I coughed up blood, ended up in the hospital, and needed a heart, I was, in all respects, I was healthy beforehand. To the point where I didn't even know I had a heart condition. So from my point of view, no, I actually got worse after the transplant. At least that's the way I remember it. Others tell me now that things. I wasn't exactly the healthiest person on earth. Can be joked that I'm still not. It's amazing what little things come to your brain while you're doing something like this. Just comes to you. Okay, and that's this lot of spraying nearly done. Okay, woohoo! Now just take this back up and let's get this field seeded. I just want to accomplish something in this episode today. once that's seeded, I'm gonna, I am gonna give it call it an episode. Oh, there's the dunny that I put in upon a recommendation from one of my subscribers. You know, just thinking, that is an exceptionally hard word to say, especially when you have a stutter. Alrighty, I have 3/4 of a tank of seed, so let's get into it. Now, I might do another cutscene here, and I'm going to bring you back when this field is done. I was hoping that I would get some harvesting done this episode, but it would appear not. Overnight, some apartments appear. So, alrighty, well, I'm going to wrap it up here, and thank you very much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Gavino.